Although my origin story as an artist started when I was very young, um, it wasn't until 2023 that I got into film. I found my love for painting again when I would go in as a makeup assistant and I would work with all these eyeshadow palettes and just different makeup that are used for special effects for the actors. And I've had to do some very interesting jobs as a makeup artist. Most of my experience that I've had working in film has been with fake blood. So today I am going to show you how to make fake blood. So this is my example that I did, and it has a very interesting smell because the ingredients include corn syrup, red food color, and cocoa. I'm going to put on these gloves to protect myself. And I don't like to get super dirty with my hands, especially working with this kind of stuff. So I'm going to use this cup to make it, and then we'll just pour it in the Tupperware. So first you get corn syrup, and it's already super sticky. I'm just doing an example, so I'm not going to fill it up to the top. Okay, so with the cocoa, we just want to put a little bit. The cocoa also gives it like the dark color, because if you just put the red food coloring, it'll just be like a very light red. I'm just gonna get about this much. You can always eye it too, like if it's not enough, you just put more, but I'm just gonna try this much right now. Actually, I was supposed to put food coloring first. Maybe one more. Or two more. Then you get your spoon and you're gonna mix it. And then you get this very dark, rich red that looks like fake blood. I mean, that looks like blood, which is why we call it fake blood. So yeah, I feel like it needs maybe like one more drop. I don't know. You gotta like experiment. You gotta test it out. So I'm gonna put like a little bit of corn syrup, a little bit more, just to make it like, just give it like a little bit more of a liquidy, because like blood is thick, but it's not super thick. I think that makes it bloody enough. Funny thing about me is I am so sensitive to blood in movies. Like I cannot for the life of me like look at anything super bloody. I do not have like the strength for that. I start to get woozy. One time in 7th grade, we watched this like Holocaust movie, and it was about like this German woman who was helping Jews escape or something like that. And when the Nazis found out, they beat her badly, like severely, and for some reason they beat her feet. And I just remember seeing her feet super bloody, and they like brought her up these flight of stairs, and her bloody, like beaten up feet were dragging on every step of the staircase. And one side of that, and I lost it. I passed out in class. I just remember seeing everyone look at me because they were so freaked out. My teacher was like, oh my God, like, what should we do? They had to take me out in a wheelchair. And, moral of the story, I'm not great at looking at blood. Staying committed to this position, it's really helped me develop as an artist. And I feel like that helped me to find my abilities again as a painter and drawer. Actors are my canvases, and I am the artist. And it's my job to be creative as possible and make a picture come to life in order to help the actors get into character. My life as an artist is just, you know, putting people in that world. Helping people to be as dreamy and imaginative as I tend to be sometimes. Even if it's just something like my birds, like, you know, drawing a bird is not an original thing, but it's the way you draw it, and or like the way you picture it and the way you execute that and bring it to life. And it has to do with the colors that you're using. And I'm not that I'm like the greatest makeup artist that ever lived in film, but just doing something as basic as this, working with blood and working with makeup palettes and just everything that reminded me of who I truly am, that is what helped me to get closer to myself as an artist. You can't grow as an artist if you are not willing to take yourself out of your comfort zone. And maybe I shouldn't use this. Unless you get out of your comfort zone and do something crazy, like making fake blood. Keep on taking yourself out of your comfort zone, and you'll develop not only as an artist but as a person. So yeah.